Hello everyone and welcome to this spiritual guidance reading for the month of July in 2022. Now I don't normally do monthly readings, but there's a real sense of anticipation at the moment. I'm filming this on the 30th of June and I felt it was quite important to actually have a look at the energies coming up for next month because there's some big energy coming and what I've been sensing is that it's actually going to come to a head around the Lion's Gate, which is the 8th of August. So I just wanted to have a look at the energies because there's a lot of people who are very spiritual or who work in the sort of spiritual holistic community, and a lot of us are struggling at the moment because it feels almost like we don't know where we're going. It feels like we're shrouded in mist. Like we can't quite see what's coming, but we know something is coming because there's this powerful sense of anticipation which can turn to anxiety if you're not careful. So if you're feeling that, if you're tapping into that, it may actually come through to you as a bit of anxiety, or you may be feeling a bit down, a bit unsure of yourself. So there's definitely a lot of imposter syndrome in the system, so you may be feeling very unsure of yourself. So I've pulled some cards here to start with. I do have some others from some other decks that wanted to come out to play as well, and there's a little bit to get through, but hopefully this is going to be quite reassuring and enlightening as well. So first off, the message here from my guides is very much for July. Just go about your daily tasks, go about your duties, go about your work. Try not to worry too much is very much the message that I'm getting. Just take it day by day, doing very practical things. The things that you need to do, and know that you are very much co-creating with the universe at the moment. We've got this number 3 next to a queen, which is very creational energy. So the things that we've asked for, they are coming, and we will see tangible evidence of the things that we've asked for and wanted to manifest. Because I think a lot of us, we've been doing a lot of manifesting past couple of years, but we may not have seen all of the tangible results we were waiting for. We may have had a lot of emotional results, results in relationships, but perhaps not some of the physical things that we were hoping for, perhaps not the money we were hoping for, perhaps not the, if we were asking for a home or a property or something like that. And I think we will see that, and it's very much indicated that the harvest is coming. We are going to get to the completion point, and it is very soon. But what I'm sensing is we're not going to see it until September. Okay, so the energies will come to a head around Lion's Gate, which is the 8th of August, but the physical manifestation, I feel, is going to happen September onwards. So it is going to be very interesting. So just try and stay in the now, stay in the present. I'm always talking about The Power of Now because it's such a great book. If you haven't read it, I'll link below. Try and stay in the moment, stay in the now, and just trust, know that everything is coming as we've asked for. It's all on its way. So the next 2 cards I have here, we have the Prince of Summer and the Ace of Summer. So the things that we want, that new beginning, it is coming. The new stuff we've asked for, the whatever it is that you've been working towards, what you've been waiting for. There's a real sense of waiting, being stuck in an antechamber right now. It is coming. That new beginning is going to be there. And it's a very happy and joyful sense that comes from these cards. And there's a lot of reassurance from Spirit. They're basically just saying, hang on in there, it's all coming and it's going to be wonderful. I was actually asking my own spirit guides in my meditation yesterday. I was asking them about something specific that I've been waiting for, and they said to me, are you not content at the moment? And I thought, no, well, actually I am. I mean, yes, I would like this thing that I've been asking for, but I'm okay at the moment. So the message was very strongly to make your peace with where you are at the moment, because it's not forever. Don't feel like it's some cruel trick the universe is playing on you, or your guides are playing on you. You haven't been promised things that aren't going to show up. That's absolutely not the case. The good things will be coming, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a new home, a new job, a new lifestyle. And there are going to be some big changes, some big shifts. So it's possible that the change we're going to see is one that perhaps you couldn't have conceived of previously. And this ties in very much with the energetic shift and the upgrades that are coming through at the moment. The huge energy that is coming to a head around Lion's Gate on that 8th of August date. So we'll have a look at the next cards that I have here for you. I've actually got some cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle next. And they're very much confirming what I've been told by my guides. So we have number 65, the whale spirit, which says trust the great mystery, and 48, porcupine spirit, time for beginner mind. So it's very much on a spiritual level, it's going back to basics, going back to the beginner mind, as the Buddhists say. I want to talk about Zen for some reason as well at the moment. But it is very much taking life one step at a time, not getting caught up in the mind, the ego mind that wants to go off into a story about this, that and the other, and about how worthy you are or how not worthy you are, or how someone else has it better than you do and it's not fair and it's never going to happen. And, you know, we can really spiral out of control, you know, with anxiety for the future. But on that 48, that's actually a very powerful number. This is 48-12-3. 48 is completion of karmic contract. So we've done everything we need to do. I feel for those of us who are drawn to this reading at this time, we have done everything that we need to do. And now it's just a case of trusting that the things are coming in, we will get the nudge at the right time, and we will take the action when we are prompted to do so by our guides, by our intuition. Because this is not going to be about, sitting in a cave waiting for it all to drop in our laps. That's not how we're going to build the new world. And I think that's a great misunderstanding from some people who don't fully understand the law of attraction, or who don't understand how the universe works, but perhaps have heard of some of the notions about the law of attraction or co-creating with the universe. They think, oh, well, you're just going to do nothing and let it happen. Absolutely not. I'm going to take right action at right time when I'm intuitively guided to do so. That's the key. It's not about struggling against the tide. It's about paying attention to your intuition, to your spirit guides, to your angels when they give you the nudge, when they give you the green light, grasping the opportunity when it arrives. And this is why I have these crystals here. I'm just going to show you. This is a little dumortierite angel. So the crystal is called dumortierite. This is also dumortierite here. It's a slightly different coloured piece. And another piece there comes in some very interesting different shades of blue. Very, very beautiful crystal. Very, very good for the third eye. And that's where I feel we need to be focusing our healing efforts at the moment, along with the sacral chakra, of course, because there's a lot going on there that could spiral over the next month. We could really find ourselves feeling quite unsure of who we are in the world, and feeling like we don't have a place in the world. And the truth is, right now, we may not have a place in the world because we're waiting to have our place in the new world. We're waiting for what's coming, which is why it's not clear yet. But it will be, and it will be all right. So I would recommend, if you can get hold of some dumortierite. I don't sell it myself. I don't actually sell crystals. But these pieces I got from a lovely lady called Jeni Powell, who runs Crystal Balance. I will link to her website and her Instagram below, because she's absolutely amazing, amazing crystal healer. There's nothing she doesn't know. And she describes dumortierite as a spa for the third eye. It's one of the few crystals you can actually put directly onto the third eye, and it feels wonderful. I often put one of these two little pieces. This is actually a pair. Certain crystals kind of come in pairs, almost like couples, and they are a bonded pair, these two. So dumortierite would be a wonderful crystal right now. But focus on going within. Focus on, I want to say, diving inside of yourself right now. Meditation is really going to help get you through the month of July. Take each day as it comes, take each moment as it comes. Try not to worry too much about what's coming in the future. Keep putting one step in front of the other. Keep going with the flow. And I think we're going to find a very beautiful and wise energy coming through for the Lion's Gate on the 6511-2. There's a lot of wisdom on that number. It's a very wise number, but it brings through adventure for the heart. And I think that's where we're going right now, on a new adventure for the heart. And it's not going to be anywhere near as terrifying as many of us are afraid that it might be. A lot of people are afraid of the future right now, particularly people who call themselves enlightened or red-pilled or black-pilled or whatever. Or truthers, you know, that a lot of us have discovered things about the world that we never even suspected, you know, we would never have thought to even inquire about 10 years ago, but we've learnt so many things, and with that can come a certain level of depression. When we uncover truths about, ugly truths about our systems, about the world, it can be very, very upsetting. It can put a lot of stress and strain on the emotions. It can be a very difficult time. So focus on you. I want to say focus on energy healing as well, but really focus on that third eye chakra. So that is the energy center that sits on your forehead between the brows, just slightly above there, and it corresponds to the pineal gland, excuse me, in the physical body. So along with that, if you can, try and avoid fluoridated water, excuse me, fluoridated water if you can. If you live in an area where the water has fluoride in, try and drink bottled water if you can, or get a filter that will actually filter some of those horrible impurities out, because that is very important at the moment, and fluoride is very harmful to the third eye. So I do have one card here from the Messenger Oracle, just the one. And if you want to go a little bit deeper with your spiritual practice, there is the message to actually look for what the lesson is in this month of July. And for many people, it is going to be a lesson of patience. It's not going to be the same for everybody, because we're not all at the same point on our spiritual path. How could we be? We're not all identical to each other. So take a step back. If you find yourself getting very stressed or frustrated or upset, frightened, take a big step back and a deep breath and just try and ask yourself, what is the lesson here? What is the universe trying to teach me? Am I being taught patience? Am I being taught to be kinder to other people? Am I being taught compassion here? Am I being taught to be more understanding? Am I being taught to be more compassionate to myself? Am I being taught how to rest? There are many, many things that can be going on at the moment, and some of these lessons may not be particularly pleasant, but I like how the wolf's third eye is very much lit up here. You see his beautiful third eye chakra there with this beautiful spiral going up to heaven. But really pay attention, because there's some very important spiritual lessons I feel coming through in July, which will take us on into August. They're going to be quite important for our next steps on our individual journeys as well. So really do pay attention to that. And if you're not sure what your lesson is, ask your guides for some clarification and they will tell you. So lastly, I have some spiritual guidance cards here. Now, you couldn't make this up. I was talking to my guides and they said that this would all be coming to a head around the Lion's Gate. And then I pulled this card. So we've got very strong confirmation here that this is coming to a head around the Lion's Gate. Absolutely. And I have a feeling I was talking about Lion's Gate earlier on in the year. You have to remember with my readings, they come through me, not from me. So I don't usually remember everything that I've said, if I remember much at all. But things very much coming to a head. This is the end of an era. I mean, the remembrance card on that very sacred 11, the pillars of the temple, and again, the pillars of the temple here with the lion literally coming through the gate, bringing the cosmic heart down to the planet on that very divine goddess, feet of the goddess, 22-4. And this is about bringing the divine down to earth, building the new temple, but the new temple within, I feel. And culminating in a much stronger connection with our higher self, with our soul, spirit guides, angels, whatever aspects that you talk to, whichever aspects that you prefer to communicate with. There's a very, very strong communication. I think for some people, the Lion's Gate itself is going to mark either the beginning or a new chapter of a spiritual journey. So if you've been wanting to study clairvoyance, clairaudience, working with those abilities, mediumship, you may suddenly get the nudge around that time to get going with it. But it might be ruminating already in July, but it will really come to a head in August, and you may actually get the opportunity to do it around then. But there's also a lot of memory coming through at the moment. Memory from our ancestors, remembering what really happened. A lot of our history has been hidden or distorted or just plain lied about to us. There's a lot that we don't remember. There have been many civilizations that came before the ones that we know about. Many, many civilizations. And I feel there will be more historical discoveries in the month of July, coming up to the Lion's Gate on the 8th of August. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting month. But equally, we're going to be receiving those messages to our intuition. So I feel you may actually receive some little insights of your own. I don't mean little, I said little, but you may, we will individually be getting our own insights, perhaps about our own family line, our ancestry. about things that were forgotten or things that were hidden about our families. You know, these can be major things, they can be really quite minor things. It may be that there was a child that was given away or adopted that we then find out about at a later date. Very, very interesting energies throughout the whole month, but it is, as I said, culminating in this much stronger relationship with our higher self, with our soul. And it is very much about coming into sovereignty, which is something I've been talking about a lot. I've got these beautiful crowns here on this card and the wings. Very much coming into sovereignty, but it's the higher self reminding the lower self that we are sovereign beings and just how powerful we are, but in a beautiful way, because everyone is this powerful. It's not about one person being more powerful than the next. It's not about might is right or who can, you know, sling the biggest stick around. It's just not like that anymore. And this is why so many of us in July are just going to feel a little bit out of sorts, like we feel like we don't belong to this world anymore. And there's very good reason for that, because it's possible that energetically you don't belong to this world anymore. You're already ready for the new one that's going to be birthed at the beginning of August on the Lion's Gate. So just take some time for yourself this month. Like I said, take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Don't push yourself too hard. If you have any periods of illness, take very, very good care of your physical body. Pay attention to what your body's telling you, what it's asking for. You know, maybe specific food or drink. It may be asking for more water. It might be asking for more fruits and vegetables or for organic produce. You know, do the very best you can to take care of what you have in the here and now in the month of July, because there's some big, big stuff coming for us at Lion's Gate on the 8th of August. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please do remember to leave me one of your beautiful comments. I love to hear what you have to say and what your experiences are. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all again soon.